A very big welcome to you, my dear Gemini. The sun in Pisces and the moon, of course, in your sign. And I want to pick the cards from Neptune and Saturn because they are now in the 0 degree of Aries in a conjunction. And this conjunction in 0 degrees hasn't happened since 6,000 years. So we're going to look at that. But first I'm going to pick a card from your deck. And you're getting the 4 of Cups. And the 4 of Cups, we see Moon in Cancer. And sometimes we have it all, right? We have emotional satisfaction and still we're bored, still we're looking. And so the separation of the 3 cups and that 1 cup that is handed to you, and you recognize it's her right hand that's touching the cup, and it's her left hand that's up, and it's like looking over into the world where she has the 3 cups, where she has manifested everything that she feels like she always wanted to manifest. And then comes a point where it's like, and now what, right? And so already the universe is handing her the 4th cup, and in the 4th cup she doesn't realize that's who she is. She is this love, right? And so you are at the moment where you maybe need to look a little deeper into why is your energy in the boredom. And boredom is actually something really good, because in the boredom we are awakening the creativity, and that creativity is something we need to really use, right? And so now we have Neptune, and Neptune brings you the hedonist. And like Neptune is the hanged man, he looks first at the dark side and then incorporates it into the light side. And so I'm going to read you the shadow attribute of the hedonist, which is pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. And of course that's a little bit like what's going on in the United States, right, with these files. I don't want to use the word of the person, right, but it's like those files, right? It's like it's something like this has been used to a point where it's becoming really absurd that this is not being treated a little better. And the light attributes of the hedonist is inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. And so I think what's happening here, the 4th cup is literally saying, well, here you have the solution, here you have the problem. When you unite them, then the life expectancy of someone that enjoys life is not being punished. It's like there is the understanding that it can fall into this, into boredom. But out of this boredom, right, I'm not gonna like torture other people or do things to people that they don't want to be done to them. I have to figure out a way where I can come into a place of union. And that's where Neptune brings you now, the understanding that this cup is what is helping you to awaken out of thinking, well, I have created everything, but you know, here I am and I'm in this place of boredom, right? And boredom is an interesting word, right? It's boredom within you. There's something missing, and it's the cup that is handed to you. There's something that you haven't realized that you are needing to awaken to a deeper spiritual meaning. That's what's missing, right? And that's where the Ace of Cup comes. So now, wow, this is interesting. You get through Saturn, the world. So this is the deck that I use only for Saturn, right? And so here you see Saturn is coming up. And you see that we need to become guardians of a new world, of the world where if there is hedonism inside of you, then you need to make sure that you help people to realize that life can be a good place, and that you celebrate the beauty, and that you open your wings and do this for all. Because the 21 is the moment where the magician and the high priest come together and create the three, and those are the three cups here, and that's the empress, and the empress is the feminine that is creating new endeavors, new ways of enjoying without ever hurting someone that does not want to be part of this fun, right, of this enjoyment. And so you see the three here, and the three is coming back. And what's really interesting, right, the one in here, the magician, is here in this one cup. And so when we calculate the 3 and the 4 together, we get the 7, and the 7 is the crown chakra. And in there you find the world. You see, she holds the world, the new world that we're stepping into, 0 degrees Aries, right? Neptune and Saturn conjunct. And we can see, right, this is the mystic, and this is the realist, right? So he's like, okay, let's create this world in a new way and spread the wings at the same time. And so there you have work to do. You cannot be bored. There's always enough to do in this world to help others. And I think that's the message. Become a spiritual hedonist in a way, right? Because that's where it's leading. And help others as much as you can, so that you never fall into the trap of boredom or of not knowing what to do next. What a message, right? So I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when we get the sun in Aries. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.